This video is brought to you by my supporters on Patreon.
All my life I've been deceived. People told me I could be anything beyond the sea. All you need is to believe.
Hi guys, so I'm here with the next part of my Widowmaker work log. Here I am making the gloves, and for the gloves I did the method where you wrap the fabric around your hand, or like you trace your hand out on the fabric, pin that, cut it out, sew it together. So here I'm working on her hip piece. The patterns I drew up myself, they are available on my Patreon page. Once I drew up the patterns, I cut that out on EVA foam and cardboard, then glued that together, covered that in the Yayahan fabric that I have been using consistently throughout like all of my videos and cosplay. Once all of that was done, and what I am doing now in this clip that you can see, I am going around the edges and kind of adding this like gray distressing highlight look that she has going on in some of her reference photos. And for that I'm just using gray acrylic paint. So I've painted in the positions of these little holes on the hip piece earlier, and now I'm just going back and cutting those out and then refilling in the part that I cut out with completely black, because underneath is white craft foam and I don't want that there. So now I'm working on the neck pieces that she has on, well, the back of her neck. For the pattern, once again, I just drew that out myself by using reference photos and winging it until it worked. And then those patterns are also available on my Patreon page. I cut those patterns out in EVA foam and sanded that down, also glued the 3 different pieces together, as well as took a heat gun to it and helped give it shape. So what you see me doing here is just gluing on and stretching over that Yayahan fabric that I've been using a lot, like I mentioned earlier, and I'm doing this for all the pieces and trying to make it wrap around the piece as tightly as possible, since it is oddly shaped, but I don't want there to be wrinkles in it, since it's not necessarily a fabric piece, it's just this textured armor piece. Sorry about quite a bit of this specific part of the video or footage being out of frame. I did not realize that when I was recording it, and so I just kept this in here though, because this is really the only footage I have of me making the neck pieces, and I'm just hoping enough show to still remain helpful. Here I am creating the attachments for most of the pieces that I just made. I use these kind of attachments to attach the hip pieces, the shoulder piece, as well as the neck piece. So what I did is take a scrap piece of fabric and a set of snaps, or a snap, or whatever you call them. There's two pieces to this though. Anyways, I sewed one side of the snap onto the scrap piece of fabric, and I sewed the other side of the snap onto the bodysuit in the position or spot that I wanted the armor piece to sit, so that it like lined up with the other snap correctly and would sit correctly. So for lightweight pieces, 1 or 2 snaps should be enough. For her pieces, I put 1 snap on either end because like obviously I needed it to sit and balance correctly. And for the shoulder piece, I could have got away with just 1, but I decided to put 2 because I didn't know how well it would hold up, but just using 1 was perfectly fine. And now I am taking those snaps on the scrap piece of fabric and just gluing them into place on all of the pieces that need them. So that is all I have for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it or found it helpful or found any of the information in it useful. Thanks for watching and have a lovely day.